All right, let's go ahead and turn our attention to the tropics now. Very active morning here at Fox Weather. We haven't missed a beat, right? New this morning from the National Hurricane Center, we now have an area to watch officially in the northeastern part of the Gulf. This area to watch, it has a low chance of tropical development over the next 7 days, but it is worth noting and paying attention to. Regardless of development, we are expecting some enhanced rain showers for portions of the southeast and Gulf Coast.
Let's bring in Fox Weather hurricane specialist Bryan Norcross. Bryan, good morning to you. So what do you make of this designation this morning?
Well, good morning, Melanie and Melissa. Yeah, so this is a situation where there's a low chance that a tropical system will develop, but there's a high chance that a system will develop that's going to produce heavy rain. So notice the percentages from the Hurricane Center over the next 2 days. In other words, tomorrow and Friday, 0% chance that we're going to get anything, but then a 20% chance over the next 7 days that it will become at least a tropical depression. So something is going to develop, a system is going to develop, a non-tropical system is going to develop. The thing is, will it become tropical? And the odds of that are low. So it's going to start over here, is why they have this possibility here. Oh, boy, I didn't draw that very well, did I? In here, and then it's going to move this way, up somewhere up this way. And as you'll see, that's a big question, because it would only be tropical if it stays over the water, obviously, but there's a decent chance that it'll be somewhere over the land. So anyway, everybody needs to be on the lookout for a kind of an extended period here of significant rainfall. All right, so what is going on in the atmosphere? Here's the situation. What we have here up to the north is we have this kind of front that's sitting there across the south, and it's trapping the tropical air down to the south. You notice in Norfolk, under the browns there, it's under very dry air up here, but then we have all this moisture here over the south. We can also look over here at Texas, by the way, and look at the tropical flow coming in like this into Texas. You notice there's high pressure over the Gulf here, circulating that way, and it's just like a pump pumping the moisture up into Texas, and we're getting all that heavy rain because of that. Now, adding to that, we have a very weak, it's kind of an upper level tropical disturbance. There isn't much going on at the surface, but we can see that moisture there in the Caribbean and Cuba. So cold front to the north and tropical disturbance to the south. So here we are today. Now let's go through the next few days and watch what happens. They kind of merge together, and then there's an upper level dip in the jet stream that comes down, and all these ingredients come together to produce a low pressure system here over the Gulf. And here we are Saturday. You see, that's why it was 0% for the next 2 days. Notice there's a lot of dry air out in here. Right now there's Sahara dust over Florida here and into the Gulf, and which is kind of keeping things tamped down, but it's going to mix that out. All this moisture kind of converging there with the upper level system, and kind of mix all that out and start to do that, looks like, on Saturday. And then we go to Sunday, and you see it's kind of spinning there, but it's very close to land, and it's still pulling in dry air. So odds are pretty low over the weekend it's going to be anything tropical, but you can see that in this part of Florida here, from maybe just south of Tampa Bay up I-75 there, that's nasty tropical moisture moving there. Could be some very heavy rain. Then it is moving to the northeast most likely, and then how close to the coast is it? You see there's lots of dry air being pulled in behind it. This is not conducive to tropical development, but it has kind of the vestiges of the moisture from the front here offshore. The waters are exceptionally warm, unusually warm, so it really depends exactly on the track. That's why they have the 20% chance on it next week. So there we are next Tuesday, somewhere in the vicinity of Charleston on the current schedule, if that's exactly what happens. Now, we have another way of looking at this with all the different models, including the Google AI model, the European AI model. That's what this one over here on the right is. That's from the European Center AI. It's been the most enthusiastic about developing a low, not necessarily a tropical low, but a low. And here you see the European is in red. The GFS is not really biting on this thing. So we have this cluster here of low pressure systems. Now, not tropical low pressure systems. This is just a plain old everyday kind of northern type low pressure system initially develops, but over very warm tropical waters, and sometimes they can switch over, as we've seen in the past, as we saw with Arthur not that long ago. All right, so here we are on Saturday. It's just all beginning about that time. And then watch what happens on Sunday. On Sunday, it doesn't really move very much, but we notice we get some more light blues in here. So the Google model is saying, okay, a little better chance. But the way you calculate the odds in this display we have here is look at any one model, like the Google model, and what do you see? Maybe 6 or 8 of those things, and divide by 50, and that'll tell you the percentage. So we're down in the low percents here. We're down in the 10 to 15% chance of things happening, and that's why the Hurricane Center has 20% on it. Some of the models have a little bit more. And then when we go toward next week, you see it's very uncertain exactly what's going to happen, because it might move over land, just kind of stretch out somewhere. There are a few, very few, that take it off to the west, but by far most of them either dissipate it or keep it kind of in a band here, almost a frontal kind of band from North Florida on across the southeast. So anyway, another messy system. The big thing is rain, especially, as I said, the west coast of Florida, Tampa Bay area up I-75, and I kind of be ready for that. And we'll see exactly where the thing tracks and whether that heavy moisture gets into the southeast as well. Okay, guys?
Yeah, Brian, I was thinking about the rainfall, because we just had portions of the Gulf Coast that got hit with some very heavy rain, so they don't need more. Right. And then we'll watch this over Florida. Before we leave you, because it's always a treat to have you here on Weather Command, want to just check in on the Pacific, the Eastern Pacific. Earlier this morning, we got our 5th named storm, a little ahead of schedule. Not all too surprising. It's been very busy with activity, but we now have Elida. And we have another area just behind that perhaps could get a name, but Pacific, that little conga line of activity, right?
Yeah, you have 2 different ones. One right off the coast of Mexico there, that's Elida, and then the one behind it will be Fausto. That's almost certain. And then, although it's a little hard to tell which one will develop first, you have 2 clusters south of Hawaii. No threat to land from any of these, and the moisture is going to go offshore. Kind of the heat dome over the middle of the country is pushing everything to the west, although there is monsoon moisture coming into the desert southwest, but that's not from the tropical systems where it normally comes from. That's actually coming out of the east and that Texas rain kind of situation. So there's Elida, 45-mile-an-hour winds now, but that is forecast to strengthen as it moves kind of offshore and then out to sea, and then eventually is going to die out.
Yeah, in recent years, with the monsoon, if you pull in any of that tropical moisture, it can lead to some pretty hazardous conditions there across the desert southwest. We appreciate your update, both in the Atlantic and Pacific basins. Fox Weather Hurricane Specialist Bryan Norcross.